Mourning Our Losses, or MOL, is a crowdsourced, formerly and currently incarcerated-led, volunteer-based memory project. Our mission is to highlight the moral cost of mass incarceration while honoring the human dignity of all who die behind bars. Mourning Our Losses began in April of 2020, when volunteers from across the country began raising the alarm about the harm COVID-19 posed to folks inside. 3 months into the pandemic, reports confirmed what we dreaded. People who were incarcerated were 5.5 times more likely to catch COVID than everyone else, and they were dying from COVID complications at a rate 3 times higher. Almost a year later, MOL hosted a 1-year vigil during the COVID-19 Week of Mourning, and later that year expanded our mission to honor all people lost while living or working in carceral spaces in the U.S., no matter the cause of death. MOL's philosophy is rooted in abolition and dignity for all people.
I will read a memorial for Anthony Wilbert Cheek, who was the first known person to die of COVID-19 while being held prisoner on March 26, 2020. He was 49 years old and was held in Lee State Prison in Georgia. This memorial was written by Eliza Kravitz. Anthony was gearing up to come home to a new career and a loving family when the virus hit. After serving 18 years out of a 20-year sentence, he was so close to finally going home. But Anthony never got the chance to start his new life. Instead, he died of COVID-19. Born on January 5, 1971, Anthony was a resident of Leesburg, Georgia. He learned how to work with diesel engines while he was incarcerated and planned to work in the trade upon his release. His mother, Joyce Cheek, was eagerly awaiting his arrival home. "I think my son was a very good son," she told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Anthony contracted COVID-19 at a time when the spread of the virus was neither acknowledged nor addressed in prisons across the United States. On March 10th, Anthony called his mother and speculated that he had the flu for 2 weeks, judging from his symptoms. 5 days later, he collapsed in the prison gym in front of dozens of other men and was taken to a hospital in nearby Albany, Georgia. Tragically, Anthony was unable to defeat the virus, and he died less than 2 weeks later. Anthony became the first incarcerated person in the nation known to die from the virus. Many more would follow. According to Anthony's mother, his death should have been prevented. Not only was it particularly heartbreaking because of the proximity to the end of his sentence, but, she said, Anthony also had high blood pressure and diabetes, putting him at risk for a severe case of COVID-19. The nearby city of Albany was already a coronavirus hotspot at the time of Anthony's death, and to make matters worse, the prison's medical care was woefully insufficient. She reports that men incarcerated there were provided with only 1 small cup of antibacterial soap, and prison officials displayed frequent negligence towards those exhibiting symptoms for the virus. Anthony's mother is not alone in mourning her son's death. Kay Hope wrote on the tribute wall of his online obituary, "So sorry to hear about Anthony. May the hope from God's word and your cherished memories comfort your hearts." Another friend, Ray Wally, left the message, "I was a mentor with Anthony Lee for 5 years. My prayers are with you and your family. God bless." Anthony's communities, both inside and outside of Lee State, will miss him dearly. Our thoughts are with them as they celebrate and mourn the life of a man they knew and loved.
MOL's ongoing work involves researching carceral conditions and tracking the deaths of individuals dying in jails, prisons, and detention centers nationwide. It includes housing memorials on our website for those whose lives were tragically lost. Here are just 2 of the many incredible memorials on the MOL site. Memorials are contributed by inside and outside volunteers and by the friends and family of those honored. They come in the form of stories, remembrances, reflections, artwork, and photographs. Memorials often include portraits, such as these contributed by longtime MOL volunteer E.J. Joyner. MOL also hosts vigils to honor those lost inside. Vigils take place both online and in person, in prison and in the free world. In addition to these more public-facing endeavors, MOL also provides resources to those surviving incarceration every day, plus those providing support from the outside, and engages in advocacy efforts aimed at eliminating the harms of mass incarceration. Links to resources and ongoing advocacy efforts supported by MOL can be found on our website at mourningourlosses.org. If you're interested in contributing to a memorial or engaging with us, please email us at mourningourlosses@gmail.com.